All right, everybody, we go with an energy weather update. The energetic weather, the surrounding energies. What's going on with this week? I'm going to talk about this week. I don't normally narrow these down to just a week. Sometimes it's usually there's something ish in the title, right? But I think it's this week. There's like a parenthesis around this week. Things start moving. Things start changing. Now, that happens in two different directions. In a positive direction, that's a good thing. If there have been consequences that have needed to come from bad things that have been done, that also is happening this week. They start rolling in. You start seeing, oh shit, probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have said that to so-and-so. Probably shouldn't have whatever. This applies in your life. It can apply out in the world too. But at the end of the day here for you, when I pull on you guys, I get the surface energy. I get forward movement, 8 wands, forward movement, the beginnings of forward movement. Yep, even the bird's very excited. He a Pisces, forward movement on something that's been stuck for a while, and an 8 of swords. All right. So this energy here, just on the surface, would indicate the 8 of swords. It doesn't surprise me. It's bookending the 8 of wands. Something that hasn't been moving is beginning to move. Right. Or on the negative side, if you've been a bad boy or a bad girl, something you've been getting away with, you're suddenly not. Okay? Which, of course, can cause, oh, shit, what do I do? Steve, what do I do? Well, I'd just take the consequences if I were you. Otherwise, you create more by not taking the consequences. For most of you, this is a very positive thing. This is something you've wanted some forward movement on it. Maybe you just haven't had the energy. I see it here with the magician. Maybe you just haven't had the energy to do anything about it, I'm not going to, I'd have to get up out of bed to go do that. I'm not going to go do that. You're going to have a little more energy. There's a little more energy coming in, a little more fight, a little more spirit in you, right? Fire in your belly, right? Again, though, I have to point out both energies are present. On the negative side, if you've been getting away with something, like you steal coffee filters from the office and stuff like that, my wife, we got a whole closet full of toilet paper from places she's worked at, and we haven't bought the stuff in ages. It might not be a good week to try again. Fill the purse with the toilet paper. It might not be a good week. So whatever it is you're stealing from work, knock it off for a week. All right. But yeah, no, it's nice. Something that's been stuck for a while begins to move. It might, for a lot of you, come through a communication. Okay, I won't hit the cards. I'm sorry. He's very sensitive today. It might come through a communication. Okay, it could possibly do that because I have 2 very strong cards of communication that start our pre-shuffle. All right, so that's the surrounding energies. Let's just pull on it. This is one of the readings I do where the main reading is kind of the pre-shuffle. Because I'm pulling on the surface energy, the surrounding energies around us. So it's kind of important. I tend to harp on it a little longer. Let's pull 3 cards and a bottom card. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. I think it's pretty much just about this week. All right. So we're talking about what? I don't know, where the fuck are we? The 13th through the 20th, we'll say. Something in that range, okay? Or now through the time we move into Taurus season. Can we put it that way? Can we work? Okay, we'll do that. All right, let's go. I don't know what day specifically we move into Taurus, but so if it's after the 20th, that's fine. It'll stretch until then. All right. So let's see where we go. See where we're at here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot. You're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. It could be future influence for you, but the energies are definitely setting up this week. And we've talked about the economy of energy and what I mean by the energies are setting up this week, right? It may not go in the oven for you this week. It might go in the oven a couple of weeks from now. I don't know. Right? Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. That's you. Your energy's attached to that. You're about to be in a power position here of some kind, or sitting pretty. It's my sitting pretty energy. It also indicates that you probably, I don't want to say do nothing. That's not the right way to phrase it. You shouldn't interact too much with the surrounding energies. Let the surrounding energies interact with you, but don't necessarily interact with them. Okay? We'll get into more what I mean by that in a second, but just look at what she's doing, right? She's just sitting in the woods. You know, she's sitting there under some flowers and shit, and a nice little chair. I like that. You know, I mean, nature is interacting with her. She's not necessarily out interacting with nature, right? She's not out tracking birds, trying to take pictures and shit like that. She's just sitting there. All right? That's what I mean. That'll be crossing the center card I pull. Look at that. It's beautiful energy I'm pulling for you. My God, this is a good week. It's a good week, unless you were bad. Were you bad? Oh, you're going to get some consequences. They're going to fall on your head. All right? It's just going to happen. I'm sorry. But again, if that's you, if you're one of my bad boys or bad girls and you get the consequences, you've been getting away with shit, right? You've been getting away with it. Not getting away with it anymore, motherfucker. All right, not this week. Right? Just allow it to happen. Don't try to fight it. I already told you that earlier. I'm just backing it up again right here. Okay? Whatever it is, if it starts to rain, she doesn't complain or anything. Just let the rain come down. It's fine. It's natural. It's still nature. You know? All right, there we go. Unless it turns out it's not rain. It's something sitting in the tree above. But anyway, let's see where we go. Center card. A high priestess. These are beautiful cards for you. Most of you weren't bad boys or bad girls. And the moon. Oh, I like that. What's under you? Who's under you? The Knight of Wands. Ooh. Well, for some of you, you haven't gotten back. I'm just saying, it's Steve's Love Tarot. For some of you, you haven't gotten banged in a while. And this week, out of nowhere, you find yourself getting banged. Okay? You find yourself going, oh my God, did I just get laid? Holy shit. You know, I'm just saying. I don't know who. There's thousands of people watching. It might be you. It's somebody. You know, I mean, hey, just, again, what did I say? Don't fight it. Just let things happen to you this week, and they'll happen. And if you've been bad, they're going to be bad things. You know, there'll be some consequences that fall, some rain that falls on you. But most of you have been pretty good. So that's one of the angles that's here. The moon, I'm not concerned about the moon. I'm just, it boils back to kind of what I said. For some of you, things haven't been moving for a while, it seems. And when that happens, you get very complacent. You get stuck in the same place for a while, right? You get very complacent. It's like people that have lived someplace for a very long time and then they have to move. They start getting paranoid about weird shit that people that move a lot don't tend to get worried about. You know, they say, well, what if the trees are different? And what if they start worried about stupid shit, where they got to take the cans out on different days and all kinds of stuff. They start just getting paranoid about craziness, right? Because they've grown complacent in their routine where they're at. There's some sort of routine that's been set in place. I don't know what it is for you. It could be a thousand different things. But it's definitely getting, shall we say, shaken up this week a little bit. Okay? Allow it to happen to you. Okay? Allow the energies to interact with you. Do not interact with them. Interact with them as little as possible. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm going to pull on this High Priestess. Energy's been coming up. That energy came up a lot in the Mercury reading, I think. High Priestess. It indicates a hidden energy. There's something helping things get moving. And again, it applies in both directions. Some other power has decided, something higher than you, bigger than you, has decided it's time for a spanking if you've been getting away with something. But for most of you, you're getting a little help here. I feel like it's a surge of energy. Let's just pray to God, whatever God you believe in. Okay? Whatever one it is, that I don't get a devil that lands on top of this. I can smell him, but let's not go there yet. All right? Just because I can smell him doesn't matter. I just gave Flem a bath a little bit ago. Sometimes he smells like a devil when you do that. You know, birds got a weird smell when they get wet. So it could be him. As I say that, he's over there preening. Thanks for the bath. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, there we go. The High Priestess. Okay. It's crossed by the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is going to... Something about what happens this week feels too easy. Now, just go with me on this, okay? It feels too easy. which is going to make you want to get up out of that chair and maybe feel like you can do more even. What can I do? What else can I do? Just sit in the fucking chair. All right? If it feels easy, it feels easy. It doesn't mean you can do more. Just whatever the energy allows for, go with that. Okay? As much as possible. All right. What's on top here? The Nine of Wands. Some sort of restriction lifted. Why is that here? We're not going to get a devil. It's the Two of Cups. And what's the bridge? The Magician again. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. It's very nice. I said, let's pray. You must have all prayed to somebody or something, because we didn't get a devil here at all. It's nice. It might feel like one. I said I could smell it. I don't joke about anything that's not part of the energy. It might feel to you like a devil's involved. We talked about that in a recent weekly reading, wasn't it? Where I said you're being helped by a higher power, but at times it might feel like that higher power is a goat with its feet on fire. You know, the devil from the animal deck. It might, you know. Sometimes when things feel too easy, it's too good. They say that sometimes about healthy foods, you know, like sugar-free cookies and shit like that. It's just, it feels devilish to eat this, but I'm getting away with it. I'm not gaining any weight from it. No, probably not. The Magician, as the bridging energy on the High Priestess, do I want to call it a karmic reward? I'm not sure. Well, again, it feels very easy. There's an Eight of Cups on there. I gotta clarify the Magician real quick, because I made that crack about artificial sweeteners. Look at that. There's the Eight of Wands at the bottom where we started. I made that crack about artificial sweeteners, and I don't make a crack about anything that's not part of the energy here, right? You know, even if it's just a silly, opinionated joke. Every time I have something with speaking for myself, every time I have something with certain artificial sweeteners, I get a lot of kidney pains from it when I have anything like that. I'm always in a lot of pain from them, so I tend to stay away from them. You know, I won't mention any name brands, but there's a certain lemonade on the market that I like. I like the taste of, but I can't fucking drink it. I feel like that shit's gonna kill me. Something about this energy is that lemonade for you. Okay, there's something about it here. I'm going to find out. Some sort of karma attached in the Magician here. Let me go a little deeper. The Magician's crossed by the Lovers. Yeah, and the Hierophant. It's a higher power. It bothers you that you didn't do anything. Stuff just started going. You just all of a sudden started doing something. You didn't do anything. Even if you're that person who suddenly gets banged, you didn't really do it. You don't remember how it even happened. How did this get started? You didn't even go to seek it out. All you did was go down to get a coffee at the shop around the corner. That's all you did. The next thing you know, I mean, legs in the air. I mean, what the fuck's going on, right? It's a bit of that. Something has been decided here. It's almost like a karmic committee got together and decided for you that this is going to happen. There's something about it that feels fake to you. It feels artificial. It feels like it's not real. It feels like it's not really happening. Okay? Whatever it is really happening. Sometimes shit like this happens. It's a byproduct of karmic slapback, what the kids call karma. There's a lot of karma coming back on things right now. Societal energies in particular. There's a lot of karma coming back for things that have happened. You see it with inflation going back up, rising, right? We're getting closer to that $50 loaf of bread every fucking day. Well, it's karma coming back for things. You can only get away with so many stupid things before there's consequences for it. At the end of the day here, it's that same type of thing in personal life. It's that same type of, there's karma coming back. On the negative side, it's going to feel like you don't deserve it. On the positive side, it's going to feel like you didn't do anything to do it. It feels too easy. It must be the work of the devil. You know, that kind of a thing. It's not. It's just you're getting some karma. We'll say for most of you it's good karma. You're getting some good karma. Good for fucking you, right? Enjoy it. Don't question it too much. Don't try to walk away from it because it feels too easy. Just, take your free ride to the Nine of Cups and enjoy yourself. All right? All right. Let's pull on the moon here. Let's figure out what the fear is around it. It is what it is. There's a lot of karmic slapback in the energy. Energy readers have known about it for a while. It's been building and building and building. I talked about it around Jupiter going direct. Remember I talked about the energy inside the bubble? But the problem was when that released, when Jupiter went direct, it was like it's trying to release a shit ton of energy out of a really small pipe. So it's been coming out slowly but surely, and now it's starting to flow a little faster and faster. Right? It's getting a little more liquid, shall we say, a little less solid. So it's going to be it's going to be like karmic diarrhea out there pretty soon. All right. So keep as I ended my April write-up by saying, right, and I said it for a reason in the April write-up. Pay attention to the open sky. You never know what will be coming down. Yeah. Just pay attention. That's all. And again, the best advice I can give you for anything in your life, out there in the world, whatever, is allow this specific energies, these energies that are around right now, to interact with you. Do a little less interacting with them, and you'll be fine. You'll breeze right through it, no problem. If you get up out of that chair too much, you're going to have a problem. All right, let's talk about the moon. You're going to create problems for yourself. All right, let's go. Let's talk about the moon. What do we got here? Let's talk about the moon. It's crossed by the Five of Swords. You have this, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because something didn't happen for a while. You got a happy new beginning staring you in the face. You do. It's in some respect in your life. Okay? I will point it out this way. Phrase this so it makes sense. Somebody else's, for all the people that are having a misfortune in the current energies, a good number of you watching me seem to be having fortune because of it. Okay? Kind of a thing like that. I don't know. You benefit in some way. All right? I don't know what it is. You're getting all of the benefit that all of the consequences people are getting in consequences you're getting in benefit. It's an equal and opposite reaction. So you have a real happy new beginning coming in some aspect of your life. And you're worried about it going wrong. You're worried about crazy stuff. You're worried you're going to mess it up. You're suffering from a lack of confidence. And I think that it gets exacerbated or made worse if you get up out of that chair too much. Right? You start questioning these energies too much. This feels like it's devilish. This feels like it's this. Just let it be whatever it is. Okay? Even if it were devilish energy, which I would warn you if it were, well, even if it was, just stay in the fucking chair. That's the advice. That's all you got to do. Let the energies interact with you. Do as little interacting with them as possible. All right? So in football speak, let everybody tackle you and don't run with the ball. Okay? Just let the other team just stand there with the ball and get tackled. Never run. Never play offense. Okay? No offense in this energy. All right? There you go. I don't know how else to phrase it. What's on top? It's good advice. I'd take it, but do what you want to do. Okay? And you're probably getting the advice because the temptation to get up out of that chair is going to be very strong. I bet. I would give the advice to that squirrel, just stand there. Don't move. Little buddy, don't move. Okay? But yeah, there's a lot going on around. He seems to want to get out of the way. But, again, there's a lot going on. You're worried about catastrophes. You're worried about things going wrong. You're worried about everything falling on your head. You're worried about, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is an energy to be a little bit creatively selfish in. It's an energy to be a little bit more worried about yourself than other people. It doesn't mean forget other people. Okay? It just means you're being selfish in a way that doesn't affect other people negatively. All right? That's all it means. You do that simply by not interacting with the energies so much. Why's the Tower here? The Strength card. Yeah. He's got to have the strength. This little guy got to have the strength to stand there. I think heart chakra is probably the key. I think so. I think that's probably wise. You also might worry a little bit. I didn't know what was under this until now. It's the 9 Pentacles. Again, I feel like you're benefiting in some way. And it might make some of you feel guilty. Well, I mean, I've got some wealthier viewers that view me, right? The rest of us are complaining about high gas prices. But if you invested in oil, the high price per barrel, you're probably making a fortune. You know, I got a few people who watch me who probably are. You know, they're high enough up that food chain. It's tough not to feel a little guilty about that. You know, I mean, I can dig it. You know, this is the kinds of conditions where billionaires are made. You know, and sometimes that's off the backs of other people. It's just the way things happen. It's the way things go. I'm not saying that's the case for most of you watching, but I'm saying you could take that and catch my drift. There's something that benefits you that maybe doesn't benefit your neighbors in this situation or things along those lines. Okay? So, whatever the case, don't feel guilty about that. You'll only sabotage you and just enjoy the success. Even if you feel a little selfish and kind of like a prick for being that way. All right? It's okay. Just don't do anything to harm other people and you'll be fine. Again, stay in the fucking chair. That's your reading. That's the best I can tell you. All right? There's something about you're about to see some movement on something. And something that definitely benefits you does not benefit some other people. All right? And that's just abundantly clear here. It is driven by a higher power. It might feel a little too easy. It might feel a little too good to be true. It might feel a little like, well, I didn't even plan this. I don't know how this happened. I don't feel like I'm controlling this. You might feel like you're not controlling it. You're not. You're just sitting in a chair in the woods, letting the energy interact with you. In fact, that'd be probably a good place for you to sit, to be honest with you. All right? That's your reading. All right, I hope it was helpful. Good luck.